Hola, hola, muy buenos dias, continuous liners. How are we doing? This is Meagan Burns coming to you live from the streets of San MIguel de Allende. I just got my beautiful latte. I'm sitting in a sun-drenched window. Let me have a sip of this. That's a foam, and it's quite hot. I asked for it to be extra hot, and it is. Hi, everyone. How are we doing? I am out doing some continuous line warm-ups. You know why? Because they make me feel better. And why do they make me feel better? Because it's a way to detach from the noise. What noise are you talking about? Just the noise of the world, the noise of our phones that comes screaming out of our phones every single morning, every single night, 24 hours a day. There's nothing but bad news screaming out of our phone. And so how do we manage that? How do we take good care? I have no idea, except to say that drawing makes me feel better. Does it make you feel better? It makes me feel better. I have been, ever since I got home from San Francisco, I have been completely drenched in technology. And it's very exciting because if I were a young person, I would be, well, I don't know, two things. If I was a young person, I'd be terrified about the world. As an old person, I'm terrified by the world. But the idea of like trying to go out there and make a whole new career for myself, as a young person, I would be quite scared, right? As an old person, I'm kind of scared, right? Look at the world out there. And, you know, with this whole thing happening in the United States, is it literally just going to be one chaotic nightmare after another? Or is it actually going to be like, is the world going to blow up? Or is it all just smoke and mirrors? Because that guy is king of smoke and mirrors, right? Although he has inflicted damage, and he probably will continue to. And so it's just, well, I heard somebody say yesterday, it's like a horse is loose in the hospital. It was a comedian who said that. It was actually, I'm going to post it because it was really funny. A horse is loose in the hospital, and nobody knows what that horse is going to do. Even the horse doesn't know what it's going to do. And it is kind of like that, and you kind of want to see, like, what is the horse doing now? I mean, what do you say, too? When you haven't heard from the horse for a while, you're like, oh, my God, where is that damn horse, right? I mean, it's funny and terrifying because it's true, right? Like, he's just, a horse is loose in the hospital. I'm going to have to track that down and post it because it was really funny. Can't see. So, anyways, I'm like up to my eyeballs in technology. I'm building a new website. I've decided it's time to gather all my information and have it go through one funnel. And I used to do web design back when I was a kid, a young adult. That's how one of the ways one of the things I did for work is I created websites, and I can't even remember what it was, what that program was, but we're going way back, long time ago. And so looking out into the landscape today, so how are people building websites? You know, you hear about all this AI. It says, oh, my AI can just build me a website. Yeah, well, it can, but they're usually crap, right? I mean, you see all these AI things. Oh, let me make you an ebook and you'll make $5,000 a month, right? There's a lot of junk out there. There's a lot of AI created information that is hogging the airwaves, hogging the digital space, hogging everything, right? A lot of AI created content. And as you start to learn about it, you can start to pick it up. You can start to get an eye and an ear for, some of the common words that are used, some of the how things tend to be sort of vague, right? Like there's words, but they don't hold a lot of like right? So while I enjoy the tools of AI for incorporating it into my business, I am wary of the AI written word. Is that even the right way to say it? Hey, look, there's a hockey game on. Where are we at? We're in Canada, I think. I just ran into my Canadian friend Heather Kimball, and she was wearing her big Canadian flag, so I just want to say, go Canada. Go Canada, and go Mexico, right? Go Canada, go Mexico. But yeah, I'm surprised, why is there a hockey game on at 8 o'clock in the morning? It is USA, and who's the other one? I don't know, I can't see. But I'm here at 1810, right here downtown. Well, not, yeah, I guess this is downtown. Anyways, yeah, so I'm building my website in Webflow, which is the latest, well, I don't know about the latest, but it's very intuitive, CMS driven, all these buzzwords. And what was so interesting about it, like I am wary of using AI for like writing things, but it has really administratively, it's been very helpful. And through the help of my AI chat GBT, I was able to negotiate like what I need and want in a website for the price, and like, oh, can you do this instead of that? And can you help me with this? And can we create this? And can we do some CEO? So, yeah, so I got a quote and a contract for a pretty cool website that's going to have all of my things in one place, because right now it's like, oh, there's Facebook over here, and then there's Meagan's website, and then there's Artleaf Adventures, and then there's Facebook. Everything is like all over the place. So I'm a pretty organized person, and the fact that it was just driving me crazy how spread out things were. And so we'll have one funnel to go through, and you know, so that's a very interesting learning curve. And then also to take my new beginners class to Substack, which I'm in a matter of moments, I'm going to be launching all that information. So hopefully it's spelled out pretty clearly. But one of the things, you know, I have to write about myself, and I have to write about what I'm doing, and that's hard. That's hard, writing about, oh, Meagan is this and Meagan is that, and oh, Meagan is so great. And you know, sometimes I don't feel that great. I need a sip of coffee on that one. And I don't mean it like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm so pathetic. Well, sometimes I feel pathetic, right? I mean, don't we all? Isn't that human nature? I have to write about how great I am, and why wouldn't you want to take a class with me? And it's true, why wouldn't you want to take a class with me? But that whole like writing about me and my business is, thank God I have a little support from ChatGPT, because sometimes I'm abbreviated with it. Like, yeah, I do continuous line drawing, right? And I do continuous line drawing. But I've also created a whole curriculum around it, and like why I do the continuous line drawing, and how it has benefited me, and how I have seen it benefit others, right? So it has really been, like it was literally Christmas Day 2021 when this whole idea was born. I was in Mexico City, losing my mind. Is my pen dying? No. And, you know, I've created a whole curriculum around continuous line and a community, right? Look at what everyone is doing. You know, in my Zoom class, and then in the continuous lines only, I really, and I saw someone this weekend who said, like, yeah, no, I don't like doing these at all. I don't like doing them. They're boring and they're stupid. And I get it. They're boring and they're stupid, right? But she said at some point, I realized I was breathing differently while I was doing them. And I'm like, aha, right there. That's it, right there. That is the secret sauce, because that was what I noticed for myself too. All of a sudden I just felt a little different, and I felt a little like it didn't feel like the world was falling down around me, even though the world may be falling down around me. All of a sudden it just didn't feel like the world was falling down around me. I felt like, oh, well, you know, maybe I'll go take a walk with my dog. I've done my work, and I'm going to go take a dog for a walk. And, you know, look at the beautiful trees, right? And, you know, it doesn't solve the problems, but it just, for me, it just kind of helped me to calm down and not be so hysterical about things. And, you know, we're in this whole gotcha game with this whole nightmare up in the United States. And it just keeps us going back, because we want to see the horse loose in the hospital, right? We want to see, what is this maniac doing today, and what is he destroying today, right? And it's hard not to look at that. And then, like, for me personally, when I look at it too much, I'm like, I don't feel very good. I don't feel very good when I, you know, allow myself to fall into that doom and gloom for too long, right? So we got to give ourselves boundaries around that. Boundaries, right? Freaking boundaries. So, I mean, we really do. You got to put your mental health as a priority today. And, maybe that means staying at home a little bit more. For me, it's like I'm not nearly as social as I used to be. I think that the COVID years changed that. And just, getting older, I don't really, what is it? It used to be FOMO, fear of missing out. Now it's fear of being included. FOBI, fear of being included. I totally relate to that. It's sort of a double-edged sword. It's like, yeah, I would rather not be included, but then when I see the photos, I'm like, yeah, I didn't get invited. But honestly, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not being invited, although sometimes it would be nice to be invited. It's very hard to win at this game, isn't it? It's very hard to win at this game. When the ego is in there, right? Oh, everybody hates me. Everybody loves me. Ah! So this is why I draw, because I'm a maniac 24/7, and the drawing kind of just knocks it down a notch. I'm not a maniac 24/7. I'm a maniac more like 23.5, 6.2. How's that? And, this whole continuous line thing, the whole beginners thing, I'm pretty excited because I am employing some new technology. The group will be in Substack and Facebook and Zoom. And it's once, like right now, the big Zoom class is twice a week. And this beginners class, the starter, is once a month. But then there's all these weekly exercises and prompts and a private Facebook group to share and comment and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be interactive, and it's going to be amazing. How can it not be amazing? It's with Meagan Burns. Haven't you heard how amazing Meagan Burns is and her whole continuous line drawing empire? Because it is not about perfection. It is about vibes, man. It is vibes. We're not here to be like, if you want accuracy, go to architect school, and that's where you focus on being accurate. In the continuous line, we're all about the vibes. We're about being wonky, just embracing your own personal style. No, I would never encourage anyone to draw like me. I'm never going to be like, here, do it this way. Do it this way. No, you do it your way, and then the more you do it your way, the more you start to trust your way, right? That's one of the coolest things about my Zoom class is like, there's one subject, right? One prompt, and there's 24 people or whatever, including the folks in the recording, and you get to see how different everybody did. In fact, I'm going to be asking all my Zoom people to send me in. I want to do a comparison, so I'm going to send a little message out to my advanced, my pros, my continuous line pro people. This thing is driving me crazy. I have to get my hair cut. All of a sudden my hair just went boom. It does that. All of a sudden it's like boom, and then it goes boom. So yeah, finish big with a heart, right? And remember to go easy on yourself and easy on others, because these are super, super stressful days with constant horrendous news stories coming at us. And but there is a way. I mean, I'm not saying that this is going to solve all your problems, but it is going to help you think more clearly about your problems and what you need to tackle when you are grounded, when you are centered, when you're feeling like you have some artistic chops. Because I've seen it when people, that magic thing of like feeling sort of like, oh, I can do this, I can draw, I can do this. It feels good. It feels really good when you can draw. I mean, if you want to draw, and then you can draw, it feels really good when you can draw. Because if you want to draw and you can't draw, well, that could be some, that could be like, then that pain comes out in other ways, right? So through practice, all things are possible. So stick with your continuous line, stick with storytelling, stick with your want to be an artist, and it will get better, right? We'll get through this nightmare somehow, right? Even if it kills us, it may kill us all, right? But somehow, having a community to draw with, having a way to feel grounded, having a way to feel a little bit stronger in your person, right? When you feel a little bit stronger in your person, you can go out there and maybe tackle things a little bit more sovereignly, right? I'm all about sovereignty, right? Like get right in your body, get right in your mind so that you can be on your side so you don't have to be a maniac 24/7. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go on and finish my coffee and go meet my dog who's trotting with her pack. And I'm as soon as this is over, I'm launching all my Substack, my classes, my whole, all those of you that are on the list, you're going to get a whole bunch of information in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, everyone.